everybody, to another episode of the Ville Chillin' Podcast, part of the Villain ENT Network. My name is Aaron.
My name's Jack.
And as a reminder, we are on all major podcast services now. Give us a follow and a rating there if you could. Just help us start getting our name out there. And don't forget to check out our other channels. They're a little stagnant right now, but we are working on it, I promise. And join the Discord if you're into gaming, and check out the gaming streams. And we're trying to really build a community around this whole project. So with that being said, where am I? All right, so the point of today's show is pretty much just going to be showcasing some more Halloween events. Last time we talked about the haunted houses, and so I know last time we talked about doing a 2-part series where we did the haunted houses and then some of the real haunt stuff, but we got to looking and searching and found a lot of Halloween events, like family fun type stuff.
We left out a lot of stuff. We forgot about a lot of things. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, so this episode's going to be covering some of those events so that we can help get those out there, make sure everybody has their Halloween season planned out for all the good fun that can be had while the fall weather is still here and nice before it starts freezing, all right? So the first is the O'Lantern Spectacular at Iroquois Park. Of course, I think everybody in Louisville knows about that one at this point, but
yes,
there's no reason not to mention it. It's going through October 31st, and the trail opens at dusk.
Have you ever been?
I was about to ask you that same question. I haven't.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard plenty about it. I've always heard good things, but I guess I never had a reason to go. But now that I have a kid, I have more of a reason to actually go, because she would love it, obviously.
Definitely, yeah. The art, the pumpkins and stuff are awesome from the beginning to the end. Now, one thing, from now to through August, or I'm sorry, now through October, all the way up to Halloween, it's gonna be really busy.
Yeah.
What we learned, most people like to do it before Halloween. We would usually wait until like the day after.
Does it? I don't think it runs to the day after.
It used to. Oh, is it not doing that this year?
Not when I looked it up.
Oh,
I
man.
could be wrong.
Because that's what we would do. Normally they would have it like a day or two after Halloween. So we would go those days and it would just be dead.
Dates are October 4th through the 31st.
That explains why it was dead.
So,
nobody goes after Halloween, so they quit doing that.
So, yeah, they don't even offer it beforehand, because I've seen stuff where they go through a lot of pumpkins to make this thing happen. So, I mean, imagine, because they're swapping out pumpkins every single day. Pumpkins go bad quick.
Right.
So, I mean, those extra days take a lot of pumpkins, you know.
And they're very intricate. Like, they will go in detail with these pumpkins. Like, it's not the jack-o'-lanterns that's out on the porch right now.
It's not the ones that we make and sit out. No, absolutely not. So, yeah, if you get a chance, definitely check that out.
I've never been disappointed. I've went almost every year. Definitely should go.
I mean, it was probably a lot easier when you lived right next to it, huh?
True.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I never saw a reason to make the journey and everything. But again, with having the daughter now, it'd probably be more worth it. Make that memory now, especially with her being so young, and you know.
Yeah, she'll remember
to form those memories.
Right, definitely.
That's pretty cool. The next thing that we are talking about is some movies. So there's actually several places in Louisville showing Halloween-themed movies and things like that. The first place I have on the list is Louisville Palace. So they are showing Hocus Pocus this weekend, October 7th. They're showing Ghostbusters on October 14th. And the Rocky Horror Picture Show on October 29th.
Nice.
So, again, just good reason to get out of the house and go check out some movies. I can't remember the price on them, but I remember thinking it was very reasonable.
And if you've never been to the Palace, it's
a cool venue. It's a really cool venue. Um, $8.
What?
$8 each. That's not bad, considering theater prices these
Right.
days. Um, so yeah, if you're interested in seeing
That's
any of
awesome.
those, definitely check them out. Uh, so again, that's Hocus Pocus, Ghostbusters, the original, by the way, the 1984,
Ugh.
and Rocky Horror Picture Show. And if you're interested, you can see, you can look them up online on their Live Nation site, and they have some kind of interesting stuff going on too. So like before Hocus Pocus, they'll do a special ghost tour of the Louisville Palace because the Louisville Palace is actually one of the Louisville haunting locations. So we'll get more into that on the next episode. But they're doing tours and stuff as well.
Is that included, or is that like another?
Um,
Is that separate? I would think for $8 to get a. That'd
yeah,
be. There's
I
no
would
way.
guess it's separate. Yeah, it's $20 each. So kind of right there with the haunted house thing. But you can do, I guess, a 2-for-1 thing. Get the haunted ghost tour before you go see Hocus Pocus, then watch Hocus
That's
Pocus, and it's all right there.
that's awesome.
And I mean, once you do the haunted tour once, you don't got to do it again. But they are offering it before each one of the movies I just mentioned. So
Dude, Hocus Pocus. They came out with that new one.
the second one, yeah,
I know everybody's talking about that. I got an updated user agreement from like Disney Plus saying I don't know if that's anything related, but people were talking about like the Disney the app shutting down like because everybody was using it.
for Hocus Pocus.
Right.
Oh man, I wouldn't be surprised. It's a crazy world we live in. So that pretty much sums up the Palace. Like Jack said, it's a really cool venue. So if you haven't been for anything else, it's a good excuse to get out and just check out the venue. Because I have been there for a couple of things. So the next one is movies at Christie's Garden. They're calling it the Silver Screams Halloween series. And so that's in Paristown. And they're showing actually old movies. So the 1931 Dracula was shown on October 1st. Unfortunately, we didn't get this out to you soon enough for that, but if they did it this year, they'll probably start them next year, so just keep that in mind. And then they are showing The Wolfman from 1941 on October 8th, The Invisible Man from 1933 on October 15th, and then they're showing Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein on October 22nd. So if you're into older films, that might be your forte than the Louisville Palace ones.
They're black and white. Are some of those? Did you say some of those are silent films too? Or
No,
okay, just
no, they're just older. It's this. You might have heard me say it's the Silver Screams, is what they're calling the event. I don't. I guess it's it's a play on the silver screen or whatever.
Gotcha.
But it says free admission, all ages. So
awesome.
that is cool.
Definitely check them out.
Trying to see. It is. So it starts at, they just say dusk, so I guess you got to kind of get there a little early, but I think there's other festival stuff going on in the area. I haven't been to this area, but from everything I'm reading, it's a pretty popular area, kind of Highlands-esque. So
So if you're out there, definitely want to check them out.
yeah, especially if you're into older movies. Older movies haven't always been my thing, but yep, so that's all that they have going on as far as movies. The next is Poplick Park. So Poplick Park is doing a lot of stuff for the Halloween season. We kind of mentioned them briefly last episode because they have the monster at Poplick and things like that. But apparently they have like a whole festival type dealio going on. And so when you buy admission to the festival or whatever, these movies come free on the days that they're going on. So Young Frankenstein is showing October 1st. Adam's Family is showing October 8th. Texas Chainsaw Massacre on October 15th. Little Shop of Horrors on October 22nd. And Sleepy Hollow on November 5th.
Wow, so they're extending it past Halloween there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Poplik is, and like I said, they have like a whole festival thing going on. What we're going to talk about more here soon is going to kind of lead more into that. And then there's a lot of stuff that I didn't mention. I just tried to pick out the highlights. But there is a link that we will show and will be in the show notes where everyone can see the full list of events and happenings.
A lot going on.
There really is.
That's awesome.
I never realized Louisville was like this involved in Halloween for real, you know. It's cool to see, and it's awesome because I know while I was doing some of the research, some of these things haven't even been going on for the last couple of years, you know, because of the COVID stuff. So it's awesome that they're finally able to open them back up and bring them back for people. So expanding on the festival I was just mentioning, there's a Halloween Parade Festival on October 29th. So it's also in Paristown, near where the Silver Screams showings are going to be going on, the Christies Garden. The parade itself is free. However, the festival has an admission of $5 if you buy tickets in advance or $10 day of. The actual festival hours are from noon to 9 p.m., and the parade starts at 6 p.m. at the intersection of Baxter and Broadway. So if you're interested in just the parade, it's free. They got details on the parade route, and again, it starts at Baxter and Broadway, so you can easily take your kids, find somewhere to post up and watch a parade. Yeah. However, if you do want to buy the admission, it includes entrance to the family fun zone. They just got a lot of different activities set up for the families. Jack Daniel's Wicked Garden Entertainment.
Hey-o.
And from what I read, that's live music and different like things like that. Halloween and craft vendor store, and they got food, refreshments, and more like, yeah, it's a whole festival type thing. And to also put it out there, the parade festival specifically, October is National Bullying Prevention Awareness Month, so all of their proceeds from the festival and the parade support the Don't Be a Monster program in Kentuckiana.
Love it.
So
that's great.
Yeah, if you need an extra reason to go ahead and buy the admission tickets, then it sounds like they got a pretty good offering already, though.
People that are getting drunk to end bullying, I love it. Like that's about as Kentucky as it gets.
I mean, when in Rome. So, again, that's October 29th for the actual parade festival. On October 30th, there's a pupper treat from 3 to 7 p.m. So if you got some furry loved ones in your family, the admission is only charged per pet. So if you got kids and you're going, like you got one dog, you pay per pet. It's $5 in advance or $10 the day of. And they got stations for dogs to get like toys and treats. They have a pet costume test. And it's just a good time to get out and I guess socialize your dog if you have a dog that's into that kind of stuff.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I just thought it'd be cool to mention,
Definitely.
you know, get the pups out every once in a while. And if you're the type that likes to dress up your dog, then I mean, take them to a costume contest. There's some bragging rights most people don't have. All right. So that's all I really pulled from the festival site. Again, there's a lot more than just that going on. If you go to ultimatehalloweenfest.com, it will give you all the details on everything that they have going on. And I mean, it's a lot. So,
a lot.
Yeah. It's, again, there's music stuff going on. There's different movies. There's different like festivals and fairs. I didn't even touch on all of them. I think like the Paristown, even though the parade event is just on October 29th. I think they have festival stuff going on before that. Yeah, here's the whole Paris Town Festival stuff. So yeah, there's a whole section on it. Balloon glows, like Lynn Stadium's doing stuff. So definitely check it out. Again, it's ultimatehalloweenfest.com, and that link will be in the description as well. Um, so yeah, that's definitely a lot of stuff going on.
And then Waverly's Waverly's Hills on top of the haunted house and the ghost tours that they're doing throughout the month. It's a little bit after Halloween, but they have Horrorpalooza weekend.
Yep, November 4th through the 6th.
So they'll have a bunch going on there. They have fundraiser tours, meet paranormal and horror celebrities, enjoy a weekend at Horrorpalooza, enjoy seminars, tours with celebs and speakers. There will be exhibitors and food trucks. You can get your tickets on their website for limited attendance for the weekends. And they have a bunch of people there.
Yep, I got it pulled up too, so they can see it on
Awesome.
the screen. Assuming you're watching our YouTube video. If you're not, the link will be in the show notes for the podcast as well.
Perfect.
So, just to throw it out there, the one that caught my eye is the young Michael Myers from Halloween 2. The actor for that's going to be there. But yeah, they got quite a few actors on here. I mean, I don't recognize all of them or any of them, but I'm not a big horror movie fan either.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that know them by their first and last name. It's a big
Yeah.
community.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure these are easily recognizable to other people, but so yeah, if you're looking for something to do after Halloween or just continue your spooky experience for the season, I guess that's
Keep it going.
yeah, why not? And I think the last thing that we had is I saw while doing all this research that there's a horror themed bookstore opening in the Highlands. So that's pretty cool. If you miss all of the events we've talked about up till now and you need a spooky fix, I guess you could say, uh, there's a Halloween store, or not Halloween, a horror bookstore opening. Um, I don't see an exact address. The grand opening for Butcher Cabin Books is scheduled for October 15th. So there you go.
That's awesome.
It's Butcher Cabin Books. And it's a full horror themed bookstore.
Love it. The owner, her name's Jenny Kiefer. I hope I pronounced it right. She's a horror author herself. So I'm guessing she'll be displaying some of her own books in there, I'm guessing. Definitely something you want to check out.
And if books are your thing, she recommends We Need to Do Something by Max Booth III and Ghost Eaters by Clay McLeod Chapman are her top picks for Halloween books this season. And of course, she has a book coming out January 2024. So if
Awesome.
you're into horror books, definitely check her out. And yeah, again, this is another aspect of Louisville that I'm learning more about that I didn't know existed. So I don't know about you, but just because I'm thinking about it, I guess we'll close out with that. I'm learning a lot more about Louisville from this show.
Definitely.
Like we knew all of the major things, but like all these little neighborhood events, it's really cool to see and hear about and learn more about. So
Always something going on.
yeah, I mean, I never would have called myself like a Louisville expert, anyways, but I mean, it's just kind of blowing my mind. So it's awesome seeing all the neighborhoods coming together and putting this stuff out there for people to do and kids to enjoy. So that's all we have lined up for today. I guess with that one, as always, be blessed. Bless someone around you.
See y'all next time.
See you later.